Yo, what is going on, Guardians, and welcome back to another Destiny 2 gameplay video. Hey, in this video, I wanted to chat about what I think are the top 5 reasons that you're dying in the Crucible, right? The top 5 reasons that you're losing your gunfights in Destiny 2. And I've got a list here. We'll break them all down. We'll go through all 5 of them, and I will go ahead and make sure that all 5 of them are listed in the description for those of you guys who are like, I'm only here for 10 seconds. Let me just get the highlights, and I'm a bail. Either way, you can take a look at those, but here we go. We're just going to start with number 1 here. The number 1 reason in my list of 5 that you're losing your gunfights is tunnel vision. Tunnel vision might be the easiest trap for all gamers to fall into, whether you're brand new, or you're a veteran to Destiny 2. We all get our sights set on something, someone, some position, right? We lose track even for 1 second of the things that are going on around us. I mean, I remember in year 1, people complained so much about audio cues in this game not existing, but people don't use their ears enough. Because I did 6 straight hours of 1v1s against challengers the other day on stream. It was super fun. It was one of the most fun streams I've had in a long time. And I played several legend rank players. I played several unbroken players, even a couple of guys with 3.0 and above KADs. It was so much fun. But I talked through what I was doing and thinking to chat during the 1v1s, and some people noted that I was taking into account sounds I was hearing. And for example, at one point, I'm on Burnout, playing this 1v1 against a Worm Husk Arc Battery Hunter using a Last Word and a Sniper, okay? Now, at one point, I know the guy's on the other side of the grinder, right? That cheese wheel that's spinning. So I run forward to run up against it, right? And I hear him swap to a Last Word. He thinks I'm jumping over. I actually jumped backwards. I ran up to the wall and jumped backwards so that he could hear my jump, and he was ready to Last Word me, right? So he looks up. I'm assuming that he doesn't see me jump over the cheese wheel, and he thinks, oh crap, I lost sight of him. So he does what hunters do when they lose track of something, right? They shade step, because this puts them into like a third person view, right? Which is a big deal. Lets you get a sort of a lay of the room while you're shade stepping. So I hear him shade step. That was my cue. So that was my cue to push him quickly while I knew his arc battery shield was on cooldown now. And I knew that he could no longer negate my firebolt grenades that I was using, because shade step lets you negate the tracking on firebolt grenades, so they're useless in a 1v1 encounter against a good hunter. So now that I know his shade step is burned, I toss the grenade into the room and I sprint in behind my grenade because he can't roll out of it anymore. Sure enough, the grenade tags him, and I'm just able to slide in and go pop with the Last Word, and the gunfight's over. And all of that happened because I was paying attention. I was using my ears to let me know what I should do, right? And chat was quick to note that I took a lot of information in just based off of what I heard, and how I let that inform the decision that I made going forward, how to maximize my loadout against him at the right time. So when you fall into tunnel vision, the tunnel vision trap, it's really easy to filter out all the noises that are happening around you. And you miss reload cues, you miss sounds of specific guns being drawn, you miss footsteps, you miss specific sounds that each subclass makes, like you learn what a glide sounds like on a warlock. You learn what a floof rather, right? You learn what the floof sounds like. You learn what the double jump sounds like on hunters, and so that helps you know what to do moving forward in this gunfight. Another thing that happens a lot with tunnel vision is you become so focused on that guy, right, that you miss how the map is being rotated and the spawns are moving around you, and you might quickly find that your 1v1 turns into a 1v3 because you weren't aware that your position just became the main avenue out of the new enemy spawn location, right? So I could talk about symptoms of tunnel vision for several more minutes, but I want to cover some other things too, so let's move on. The second main cause of death for Guardians in the Crucible is the lack of foresight, right? You need to always be thinking 3 to 5 seconds ahead in the Crucible, okay? Things change so quickly on the battlefield, and you may find that you are unfortunately unprepared for those changes. And that's where you'll fall victim to your own lack of foresight. TV, what exactly do you mean by thinking 3 to 5 seconds in the future? I'm not a fortune teller. By thinking a few seconds in the future, I mean thinking about the next opponent sometimes. Other times it's taking into account that you have a reload coming up, or that you're going to be dry on green ammo within the next couple of seconds, meaning you need to prepare for swapping to your primary or using your melee or your grenade ability if someone pushes you before you have the chance to restock. A lot of times people die because they lost precious seconds scrambling to make a decision in the moment when it's a decision that they could have made moments ago, right? Crap! Let me know if any of these sound familiar. Crap! My mag is empty! Crap! I'm out of shoddy ammo! Crap! I should have stepped into this zone sooner because we're about to lose because of zone advantage, right? So many deaths and losses that could be avoided by just a little bit of foresight. A third common reason for deaths that I want to mention is overcommitting to a kill or an engagement. So many times people get someone hurt, and as soon as that opponent breaks line of sight, what do? They run straight to pursuing them around the corner or through a doorway, only to get blasted by a shotty to the face or catch a handheld supernova, and then the swearing ensues, right? I can't tell you how many times I've punished bow users, for example, for overcommitting to a kill on me. It's almost too easy sometimes. They body you, or they headshot you, whatever. They hit you with a bow, and then they sidestep into cover, notch another arrow, and peek back out. And their goal is just to finish you off with a second shot. But what they find is that I held my ground, even though I was hurt. You know, I got the flashing red bar above my name or above my character, and I don't let that panic me. Instead, I held my ground. I keep my feet flat. And I keep my sniper rifle scope zoomed in right at where they're at, so that the second he slides out to peek and take the second shot, pop, there goes his head. And other times we get so thirsty to finish our kill that we pursue the opponent who's hurt, and we run straight into their teammates or team fire and get ourselves farmed for an easy kill for them. Right, overcommitting. Sometimes you gotta learn when to let a kill go. There's an old saying, a bird in the hand beats two in the bush. Sometimes it's better to take what you've got instead of getting hungry for more and losing it all. So when you want to pursue your opponent, keep an eye on the radar, look for additional opponents as you chase. Also keep your ears open for audio cues that tip your opponent's hand as they may be baiting you into their shoddy or handheld nova. Listen for jumps as they may be waiting for you to come through the door below them so they can drop on your head. Yeah. Moving on. The fourth common reason for deaths is neglecting to use the tools in your belt. A lot of times we die when we could have used a grenade or a melee ability to secure a kill, or we could have used our class ability to add a little bit of misdirection to the fight. But even more than that, we also often neglect to use the things that the map itself supplies. A simple box can often be the difference between dying to a super or taking a super off the field and clutching up a shutdown for your team. It's good every now and then to take inventory of what you've got. Look down at your cooldowns. Be aware of your arsenal so that in the moment when you need something specific, you don't have to think about it. You can just use it. I can't tell you how many times in a match a well-timed throwing knife or a fireball or a strategic use of cover has helped me secure a kill when just pointing and shooting would not have sufficed. Finally, the last thing that seriously contributes to your deaths in a game is rushing your shots. Don't do it. Really, don't. I'm telling you, stop it. Don't do it. It's better to wait half a second to make sure that your shot is lined up than to rush your shot and have to go for a fourth or a fifth shot and die trying to play catch-up in the gunfight. For auto rifle users, this often looks like Scarface shaking the gun back and forward, just spraying, right? You end up losing sight of your target easily when you spray around like that, and it's like you're trying to paint the wall, right? And just hope that you hit the guy somewhere in there. You also end up hitting the bottom of your magazine sometimes before you've secured the kill, and that's no bueno. Can't be doing that crap. It's tough sometimes, I know. It's tough sometimes to pace yourself. You feel that pressure, like, dang it, no! You gotta get this roly-poly son of a biscuit. Gosh darn it, he killed me again. Darn you, XX_ it's blaze it till I die 420 _ XX. Gotta calm down and make sure the shot you take is the one you want to take every time. So, there they are, the top 5 reasons that you're dying in Destiny 2's Crucible. Hopefully these shed some light on your engagements, and hopefully it will help you be a little more strategic about your matches going forward. Genuinely appreciate you all for watching the video. Thanks for being a part of my community. Feel free to check out our community on Facebook at fb.gg/thetruevanguard. I post videos that only get posted to Facebook. I interact with people there on the page, and that's where all of our live streams are. If you're curious about anonymity, you can have anonymity. You just have to make a page on your main account and name that page your gamer tag. There you go, easy peasy. And you can comment and interact as your page and not your real identity. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you sometime in the on the Facebook page. Be warm and well fed, my friends. Hope to catch you in the Crucible.